Alright, in this video we're going to learn about HTML buttons. So to create an HTML button, you need to open the button tag and then you have to close it, and whatever you put in between would be the text, or you can put an SVG icon. We'll see it in an example. And I also wanted to show you guys class attribute when it comes to HTML. We've seen the ID attribute, but class attribute is one of the common attributes of HTML because we use classes to style HTML elements, and classes is the same thing as IDs. The only difference is you use classes multiple times per element, but you can only use ID once per element and per page. And again, the whole purpose of classes are just to allow us to select items. We can select items based on their tags or classes. We'll get to that in CSS. And another button that you see is a mixture of text and SVG icon. We'll get to SVGs later, but we see that we just put a button here and then we wrapped it inside with an inline SVG. So the SVG starts here and then it closes here, and then we have the SVG path, and this is the button that starts on top and then closes here. Now let's hop into HTML and create our buttons. So you guys go ahead and open the HTML button folder. We see that I have a commented out SVG icon. So let's first create our first button. So we just write button and then we write sign up and we press save. And this is how you would create your first button. And the second one, let's create another one called explore. And we see that we created two buttons for our HTML element. Let's see how can we put the SVG in between the explore button. So we'll just go ahead and uncomment the SVG out, and then we're just gonna cut it and then paste it here and press save. You see that we have the SVG here. So explore with an arrow icon. If you want to clean up the button, you can just clean it up here. If you wanted to make it more readable, you see we have a button tag and then we have an SVG tag. So it's the same thing. So explore with an SVG icon, and then we can, for example, we will learn that as soon as we hover over the button, we can like manipulate the SVG and then morph it or resize it, rotate it. And this is how we can use SVGs to our advantage, and this is how you create button with SVGs and just normal simple buttons. In the next video, we're going to learn how important it is to link our CSS files and also JavaScript files.